want to add the facade on the entrance area. So first of all, I switch back to our ground floor again, press Ctrl and P. Probably you don't have the same shortcuts, so I just say I go into the polylines and I will draw a polyline here, because the entrance facade or curtain wall is bent. You can see this here, and it also has this tube or cylinder which includes the complete staircase. So I go into the circle tool and I will add a staircase here, which should probably be at the approximate same location. So now we go into our curtain wall or facade setting, and as you can see, my scheme is really reduced. 4.5 and 4.5 meters. Actually 1 is enough, and 1 meters wide. I changed this to 2 meters, and as you can see, there are the dashed lines which tell me that Pfosten and Riegel. Funny that it's German because it's the international version. These are the profiles, the beams and the columns or the pillars, that they are invisible in this case. Why do I do this? Only because of one reason: it takes a lot of computing power for Archicad to create and show up curtain walls, and I will keep this quite low because I'm recording that stuff, and we can change this later. So once in the curtain wall tool, I press the spacebar for the magic wand, and I just create this curved facade here. That looks pretty much perfect. Could be a little bit wider on both sides. So I click on here, and yeah, that should be the point. And now the facade should be closed. Yes, looks good. And now I copy the settings and hold down space again, and now I see I will create an octagon. That's because we have the 2 meter wide elements. I will change it in the scheme to 1 meter, so it's a little bit more like a circle. Yeah, sometimes this happens, doesn't look good, but it's okay. I click on the curtain wall, on the big one, right click anywhere, go on split curtain wall, and now you have to choose another curtain wall. The eye wants to know which side should be selected, the right side in this case, and do the same thing again, left side, and delete it. And now everything should look like this, and that looks pretty much as it's supposed to be. And we cut a wall into our shell, clicking on our shell, right click anywhere, create hole in shell, hold down the space bar. Now hope it works. Clicking on the circle, I don't know if it worked. Nope, that's not that good. Again, I don't think this worked, but that's not a problem because we can actually draw this by hand. Again, right click, create hole, and I will start here on the top point and connecting it on all 4 corner points. And now I can click on the hole, and now I have just the hole selected, and I can round up the edges here manually. It's a little bit, it's not the best workflow, but I guess it's the fastest thing here. Otherwise I could have used a round morph as a SEO, but yeah, the shell has this in this case this special tool or the special order, so why not using this? Okay, we have our hole. Maybe it should be wider, but you know what I meant. All right, So I just wanted to trim the curtain wall to the shell, which usually works something like this. You click on it, right click somewhere, connect, trim elements to roof shell. Then you select our shell, and then the pin here, you see, wants to know which part from which side of the shell should be kept and which one should be deleted. The problem is you don't have a choice in my case here right now. No matter how I click, I tried a couple of times right now, and it always deletes the wrong side. So this part here on top is kept, and yeah, that's not right. But there's another way. In this case, it's the most simple way to use a solid element operation. So we click on the element we want to in this case cut, and we go to connect, not to trim elements to roof or shell. We go to solid element operations. So that's our target. Our operator is the shell, and our operation is subtraction with upward extrusion, and click on execute, and that's pretty much what we wanted to have. So now you see the outer line or the boundary of the shell is inside this organic shaped form, shape, whatever, of the shell. Now we can easily add the slab. So we click on the slab tool, make sure it's set it the way you wanted it to be. In this case I also choose general bearing construction part, and if we are smart, we're using the spacebar, the magic wand again, and yeah, we can actually see the shape here, and I just clicked inside the line. It's a little bit tricky. Sometimes you have to play around, zoom in, zoom out. I think it worked pretty well, and we have to drag it on top. Yeah, it worked really well. The problem is, as you can see, there are two holes, but it's pretty much pretty easy to fill them. So you just click on add to polygon, and use the magic wand in 3D, and we need some corrections we can do by hand. Pretty easy, pretty fast, and then we're done. You saw the same thing that I saw. I don't know why, but it's quite weird on the backside here. But also maybe we could use add to polygon and add the rest.